Story time on how I knew that my marriage was over for sure. All right, so 7 years ago, my husband's mother was murdered. Unfortunately, she met a guy in the alley and he stabbed her to death. Rest in peace, Ma. We love you so much and we miss you so much. Um, but on March 28th of 2025, that's the day that she had died 7 years ago, we had a memorial. And I made these cute little fans, but me and my husband were kind of like, on the outs. So I didn't really do too much as far as like planning or anything. He just set it up with all his family and friends to meet at the location where she was murdered. And I made I got some popsicle sticks and got her face, a picture of her face, like cardboard cutout. They sell it on Amazon, but I just glued it onto the popsicle stick and it was like a little fan. So that's all I did. Usually, if we was on the good, we would have been known what restaurant we was going to. But anyway, I'm getting off topic. So we all meet up at the spot. My husband is still a little distant. People notice that me and him are not really how we usually are, but we're not there for that, so it doesn't matter. My cousin comes, his family comes, we're all together. We have the kids with us and everything. Probably about 20 people show up. And we eventually we all walk into the alley, and everybody says something in memory of her. I read a gospel song, Be Encouraged, no matter what's going on. I read that. And then my husband spoke, and this is how I knew. They say, like, when you know, like when you know you're going to be with somebody, and when you know that you're not going to be with somebody. When you know, you know. So my husband proceeds to show love and thankfulness for every single person that was out there. And when I'm like the only one left, actually me and my cousin were the only ones left, he kind of looks around me and then proceeds to be like, yeah, and that's it. And then my cousin, who's highly offended because me and my husband have been together for 12 years. My cousin was actually married to my husband's cousin for 12 years. They're divorced probably like 4 years now. They've been divorced. So he's like in the family. He known my husband before I knew him. So my cousin, after my husband looks around and avoids me and my cousin goes, and so my husband goes, yeah, and cousin Cliff, thank you so much, you always there for us, da, 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 da. So we're all like waiting for him to say something about me, but he doesn't. And I knew it before my cousin, coughed. I felt it. The thing that went across my mind was, oh, this is the moment. This is the moment that they talk about where you know, you know. There is no way. And granted, it wasn't about me, but he went around to every single even the kids. He said something about the kids, his kids, our best friend's kids, our kids. He said something about every single person. And I'm just thinking in my head, like, oh my gosh, this is the moment that they talk about. Because my husband, the husband that God has chosen for me, he'd be like, babe, come here. Yes, we here, thank you guys. Everybody know Mal, like and I'm not saying I needed praises or anything like that, but he went around to everybody. And maybe it might not make sense to you guys, but it's that feeling where you know. So it was for me. But talking to our family members and stuff, they were all like, we thought it was very, very odd. Like immediately we knew like what's going on with them two. Like something is happening. Like he's not going to say nothing about Mal. Like she's been here the whole time. Like everybody was like, his best friend and his best friend's wife, they were pissed. I didn't even have to say anything to them. They were pissed. And as we were leaving, when we got in the car, he started to argue with me. He was mad that I was upset about it. I didn't even say anything to him. I was talking to our cousin, the one that was married to my cousin, I was talking to her and she was like, what's going on, cuz? Like, why he didn't? I'm like, girl, I think this man really want to leave me. And so she's like, oh my gosh, but we're whispering, we're talking off to the side. Everybody's having their own private conversations. That's what me and her is talking about. So when we got in the car, he asked, what were you and cuz talking about? And I was like, yeah, we were just talking about, and he was like, that was not the time. That was not the place. You're so inappropriate. You don't even know how to control yourself. You don't know how to have discernment and read the room. It wasn't about you. It wasn't about